going on, Comedy Heights? How are we? Happy Saturday, dude. Yeah, nice to meet all you guys. My name is Raaghav. It's pronounced Ra like ramen and then Gov like government. Raaghav, it's 2 syllables, it's 1 word, it's an Indian name, so people mess it up like all the time. But it's okay, I don't get upset anymore. I understand it's a hard one to pronounce, especially for people who have like trouble tanning, you know what I'm saying? Talking about white people, if you didn't get that. I'm 22 years old. I graduated college last year, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. I finished school when I was 21. I finished a year early, did 3 instead of 4. Thank you, I'm a nerd. But yeah, I finished my degree fast just because, you know, look at me, right? That one was an Indian joke, okay? Just covering all the bases here. I studied applied math, if you were curious, just because, look at me, Indian people, yeah. Nerds. I went to UC Santa Barbara, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Castro in the building, couple of us, nice. We're one of the densest like living areas in the country. It's 20,000 college kids to 1 square mile, which is kind of tough, which meant I had to live in a house with like 7 other college-age guys. Yeah, it was like 8 dudes to 1 house and 8 dudes to 1 like this tall fridge. That was tough. Every time you opened that thing up, it was just like ground beef and despair at every level. The whole house was reeking. It was nuts. We were a party school, and I don't have a lot of like party school stories, but I do have a cool story that I'm very proud of. I did save my roommate's life one time, which was pretty dope. Thank you. It wasn't because of like any like he didn't get like super drunk and like somersault off a cliff. I didn't have to like Spider-Man him back to safety, you know, like he choked on a Mucinex. Yeah, it was tough. He was like coughing a lot, so he took the pill, and then we were just in the room together, and I hear him start to choke, which was kind of scary. You know, I turned around, and his eyes were kind of bulging a little bit. His tongue was hanging out, and I was like, "Uh-oh, you can't breathe right now on a pill that I gave you." I was like, dude, I wanted you to stop coughing, not this way, not like this. So I was like, I gotta do something, right? I was like, I have to Heimlich him, but I've never Heimlicked anyone in my life. But then I was like, oh, my mom's a pharmacist, it's probably in my blood, you know? So I got him off the bed. I Heimlicked him a couple times. On like the 3rd pump or so, he kind of broke away. He takes a couple steps. And then he vomits up the pill. Dog, that's not funny. Some people laugh at that. I'm like, what? The vomiting? Ah! Anyways, he vomits up the pill, he coughs a little bit, and then he takes a deep breath, and he was okay, right? Whew, not going to jail, right? And then I gave him a hug, so I was like, that's the nice thing to do in that situation. And then he took a second, he was kind of like, bro, that was like top 5 scariest moments of my life. And I was like, yeah, dude, top 5? You couldn't breathe, dude. What were the other 4? Like, you're from Irvine. What is our competition here? Oh, did you buy like the wrong color Tesla? Did your parents get a house that's like not in a gated community? But the year went on, you know, I saved his life, he still didn't do the dishes. It was a fun little trade-off that we had. But, you know, I'm not gonna say he was like a perfect roommate by any means. You know, he did things that upset me. I'm sure I did things that upset him. But I could never bring myself to have that like roommate conversation with him, you know? Like I couldn't go up to him and tell him, hey, you're being a bad roommate right now, because that would just be like a really tough pill for him to swallow. Yeah, thank you. That's a good punchline, right? College was fun. I met my girlfriend in college, which was really cool. Yeah, I have a girlfriend, sorry, okay? She's white, we're not cousins, it's pretty cool. We're long distance right now, which is kind of tough. Long distance is not easy, but there is a pro in that I don't have to shave my legs all the time. Come on, dude. Thank you. Guys, more support on that one? I have a girlfriend, so I'm not on the apps. I don't have to like swipe on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, whatever they're all called. You know, I don't have to do that, which I'm very grateful for. But if you are on the apps, I feel your pain. Okay, I understand you. Because I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. I am still, don't tell you this is very confidential. I am still on LinkedIn, okay? It's the same level of desperation, just like financial stability is now a factor. We're not looking for friends with benefits, it's just jobs with like any benefits, you know? We're not talking about inches anymore, it's about internships, okay? Got our priorities straight now. Free Luigi, as mentioned earlier. I like to do impressions, which is pretty fun. I'm careful not to call myself an impressionist, just because I'm like convinced there's like an art history buff in like every room that's like, oh, use it as paintings, and it's like, no, not that kind of impressionist. If you laughed, found the art history buffs. But yeah, I do a Trump, I do a Chris Rock. Can't do the Chris Rock in front of white people anymore because they like it way too much. My favorite one to do is definitely Obama, just because he's got the swag, dude. He's got the swag, he's got the cadence, he's got the that thing, you know, which is cool, man. It's cool learning how to do all these voices, and every time I learn one, I wonder just like where it came from, you know, because the way you speak, your speech pattern and habits and all that, they're directly impacted by the people that you grew up around, right? That's why I sound like this. I grew up in a cul-de-sac. Like that's explains a lot. So, you know, it begs the question, like, who the hell did Barack Obama grow up around? Because he's like the only person that does the that thing, like in the world, you know? Can you imagine that? Like a town full of people that sound like Barack Obama? I don't know if you guys felt it, but a chill just went down like every conservative spine in the country. A town of people that sound like Barack Obama. That has to be like the slowest moving town ever. Can you imagine being at the grocery store? You're at like Trader Joe, Biden's or whatever, and you're just waiting to check out, and the people in front of you are like, do you need a bag? Let me check. I do. Can you give me one? Well, according to our company policy, yes, we can. Little 2008 joke for you guys. Speaking of presidents, can I talk about the chump that's in charge right now? Okay. Like, once you get past all the, like, just generally evil things that he does, what I can't understand is that he's worth $6 billion, and he still looks like that, you know? No Ozempic, no facelifts, nothing, dude. And you know what's crazy? The thing I just said is not true. He's had multiple facelifts and still looks like that. Fire your doctor. And then there's also this thing that I can't get behind. Like, say what you want about him, but he has hamstrings of steel, okay? It takes a lot to hold up 350 pounds. Do you guys remember when he almost came out? Do you remember that moment? This was like 2 years ago. He was at a rally, and you know him, he has all this like love in his heart. And he was up there, he was like, I love everyone here. You know, I'd kiss anyone here, man or woman. Man or woman, look at that man back there, I'd kiss him. And then he heard what he said. And he like brought it back a little bit. He's like, I probably wouldn't enjoy it, but I'd still do it. It's like, I didn't know you were chill like that, Donald. That's pretty cool. But man, how funny would that be if Donald Trump was gay? If Donald Trump was gay, if he was just up there like, yes, queen. Slay mamas. Thought you could slay bigger than me, but you can't. I listen to a lot of Gaga. I do a lot of Gaga. Call her Lady Maga. Lady Maga's what I call her. I'm the T in LT, GBQ. And together we are gonna make America gay again. Trump impressions are tough. The thing I love most is that he just always looks like he's eating Indian food or something like that. He's always like, Vindaloo. Too spicy, too spicy. Oh, Donald Trump, talk about a guy who's got trouble tanning, am I right? Just don't tell him that. It'd be a tough pill for him to swallow, okay? All right, I've been Raaghav. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for your help.